Hello, Lori here. Welcome to Thursday Business Tip. So today what we're going to talk about is marketing. So there's certain things in your business that are super important, and marketing is one of those. It's really important that you know how to effectively market your business in order to get customers. So we've talked about how to get followers on Facebook. We've talked about how to price our items, how to get our business started. And once we have all of the nuts and bolts set up, we have our social media started, the next thing we have to do is we have to start marketing. You need to market yourself. You need to market your business. And those are very important and can be very time consuming and very costly. So the first thing that you need to understand when you're thinking about marketing your business is who is your customer. This is something that is the most vital, important piece of setting up any effective marketing campaign. And just because we're talking about marketing campaigns does not mean that it is something that you have to spend a lot of money on. Not all marketing costs money. There's a lot of ways you can market yourself, and there's a lot of ways you can market your business without having to break the bank. So we're going to talk about some of those. But the first thing we're going to talk about is how to identify your customer. So no matter what way you are finding your customers, if it's Facebook, if it's your website, if it's Pinterest, Instagram, every platform has an insights. Now they might call it a stats page, all of them. YouTube has it, Etsy has it, websites have it, Facebook has it, Instagram has it, Pinterest has it. So what you want to do is you want to spend some time looking at your insights. So I wrote a blog post about this on my website, and it kind of walks you through insights on Facebook. So if you want to see that to get an idea of kind of what it looks like and what you can see in there, make sure to follow the link and go down to my blog post that I wrote about it. But you want to spend some time in that insights and figure out who your customer is. Now, if you have a brick and mortar shop, you probably know who your customer is. It's a little bit more difficult because you're actually have people coming in. If you're using social media of any kind, if you are online and you're using any kind of digital platform, then it is a little bit easier to figure out who your customers are. So if you run a brick and mortar shop, do you ever go to a store and they ask you what your, sorry, that was my dog, and they ask you what your zip code is? Well, the reason they're asking you that is because they're trying to gather data. They're trying to find out, where are we getting our customers from? So if you have a brick and mortar shop, that's really important. And it's not hard to ask people when they're checking out where they're from. It helps you to know where to effectively market. If you're in New York and most of your people are coming in from New York, you wouldn't want to do a campaign in New Jersey. So you have to really understand who's your customer, where do they live. It's great to know things like income level. Can be hard to find out, so it may or may not be something you can get. But it's really great to know, are they male? Are they female? Do they live within 30 miles of my store? So if you have a brick and mortar, you can just take a little time to record some of that. If you are online only, which a lot of creatives are, a lot of entrepreneurs are, then what you want to do is you want to use those insights, those statistics that these platforms automatically record for you, which is pretty amazing. It's amazing, and you can use that information to find out some really important things. So let's talk about some of the statistics they have on Etsy. Okay, so some of the statistics that they have on Etsy is, this is where people have found you. That is so important. This is the search term that they use to find you. So let's talk about my store. So the majority of my people who come on Etsy and look for my shop are coming from Facebook and YouTube. So that, to me, it's the video. Video is power. So I do videos, and that helps drive my traffic to my store. You know, I do wreath kits, so I do a wreath kit and then I do a video on how to do that. Well, so that's one of the ways that I drive traffic to my shop. But what I do is I look for what search terms are they finding me under. Well, the majority of time they're finding me using hardworking mom. So in the tags, in all of my listings, I put hardworking mom. And you know, it's important to know what is the term they're using. How is it spelled? Are there spaces there? Because when you're putting in tags and you're using this to drive your SEO, it's really important that you use the correct spelling, that you do it in the exact same way that people are looking for you. So I go into my Etsy and I look at that and I use that in my tags, and that helps so that people are not having to search and really spend a lot of time looking for me. Because if they're going to have to spend a lot of time looking for me, I'm going to lose that customer. Let's talk about Facebook. So Facebook has insights, and what's powerful about Facebook's insights is they have, is it a male? Is it a female? What is their age range? Yeah, what country do they live in? These are really important things to know. They also tell you what time of day your audience is on. So if your audience is on at 9 o'clock at night, you don't want to be posting things that you're trying to sell or you're trying to get more audience at 9 o'clock in the morning, if really you should be posting that at 9 o'clock at night. So it's really important that you spend a little time getting to know, you know, where your customers are, who your customers are. You know, you can look and see what's their interest. You know, you can even look at who your subscribers are on your pages and see, okay, what kind of interest do they have? It really helps you if you spend a little bit of time and do that research, because let's say that you make a product and it's really popular and you want to sell multiples of that. A great place to do it would be wherever you're getting your audience from. So if you're selling on your website and you look on your website and it says that Google is where you're getting them from, and you decide, okay, I'm going to do a little marketing campaign on AdWords, then you would need to know this. You need to know how to target that advertising in order to make it effective, because you're going to be wasting your time and your money if you are not doing your homework first. You know, you wouldn't want to put out a campaign that targets men age 25 when it's women age 35 who are buying your products. So you want to use the tools that come for free with all of these platforms that you use. It's really important. It's an easy thing to do. It is a little time consuming, but in the end, it's going to pay off a lot more. So just remember, anytime you are setting up any kind of marketing, It is vital, vital, vital to understand who your customer is first. That is always the first step in any marketing campaign. And I tell you, I have done some training on marketing with some really fabulous marketers, such as StoryBrand. And it's really expensive to do this training, but I'm going to tell you the first thing they say, the first thing out of the gate that all of these say is, who's your customer? You can't do anything at all unless you know who your customer is. It's the same thing in industry. So I have worked for many years in both healthcare, manufacturing, and construction. You know, I was a CPA, or I am a CPA, and I have kind of had a lot of experience over a lot of different types of businesses. However, it is the same in every business. So hospitals are trying to get patients just like construction companies are trying to get contracts. And manufacturers are trying to find customers as well. So no matter what business you're in, it doesn't matter. You still have to understand who your customer is and what your customer needs. Because in order to get loyal buyers, to have them come back again and again, you need to understand who they are, you need to market specifically to that customer, and you need to understand what their needs are. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to help that customer. You want to help that customer because that makes them a loyal customer. To me, it's really important that when I have someone purchase something from me, that I do the utmost I can to make sure that everything they get is exactly what I said, that they are going to have it in the right amount of time, and it is going to be something that is going to fill that need. So it's very important. It's very important to me as a company, and it's very important to me as an individual that I give them what they need. So those are what you need to use to start effectively marketing your business. So spend a little time figuring out who your customer is, figure out how you're going to address your customer, how you're going to solve their problems, and how you are going to help your customer and help yourself. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this business tip. Make sure to go on over to my blog post so that you can see some of the pictures that I took from my own Facebook showing you some of the insights. It really kind of helps just to get a picture of what you're looking at and what you're looking for. So if there's a topic that you would like me to address, make sure to leave it in the comments. I'm happy to talk about pretty much anything. And I will be back next week with another one. I know I missed a week, but I will try and make that up as soon as I can. All right, thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.